Book club.
I'm thinking you're going to poke with your hands. Okay.
Yeah. People don't use that word enough, doozy, anymore, right? I can't read. That's a bad thing just to admit on a book channel.
Who are you?
Oh. Hello. We are Shelf Possessed. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to our world. Welcome to the new universe we are creating here on BookTube. We're excited to join. Well, I'm Craig.
And I'm David.
And we are a married couple living in the middle of the country, smack dab in the heartland in a beautiful little town. We are both teachers. We are both theater practitioners. And we are both
obsessed with books.
Obsessed with books. And our library grows every day, and we are in love with BookTube, and we just want to join the community, add our voice to the mix, and just engage and join you and talk about the thing that we love the most, which is books. So this video will just serve as a little introduction, a little channel trailer to give you some idea of who we are, what we do, why we're here. But we thought rather than just having us like straight up talk to the camera for, 15 minutes, we would play a little game. We love games, right?
Let's do it.
Even though someone here is a little bit more competitive than the other, you'll have to figure out who that is. It's this one. So what we've done is we have created 10 questions individually. We have not seen each other's questions. We do not know what the other person wrote. We put them in this fancy little jar. We're going to shake them up, and then we are going to answer these questions about ourselves, about our love of books, about each other, and just give you a little brief introduction as to who we are.
Truthfully and honestly.
All right, are you ready?
Ready.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
No, you go first.
Oh, I have to go? Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, here we go. The lid is off. The games are afoot. All right, let's see. All right, first question. Here we go. This question says, what is your favorite book genre and why? And then remember, ... I'm judging you. Of course. Well, I think that's an easy question. My favorite book genre is horror thriller, for sure. I mean, I could gobble that up like nobody's business.
Okay, why?
I love twists and turns. I love guessing and trying to understand what's going on. I love the idea of trying to figure something out. Mm-hmm. I also love being scared. Mm-hmm. So all of those things mixed together make those two genres like my absolute favorite, 100%.
All right.
All right.
Oh, boy.
I hope it's a good one. I mean, you never know what you're going to get with me, so hard to tell.
Okay. Okay. Describe the first book that hooked you. Okay. I love books so much, and I've loved them the majority of my life. The first book that really, really did hook me. It seems like we're going to talk about this quite a lot. So I want to say Flowers in the Attic. Because I think, well, I mean, I was way too young to be reading that in the first place. And my two twin sisters, who are a little bit older than I am, they were reading it during the time. And I just kind of devoured whatever they were reading. So it was a lot of popular fiction. So it was Flowers in the Attic, V.C. Andrews, Stephen King, Jackie Collins.
Oh. For like a 10-year-old, really.
Well, and I really didn't understand what I was reading at the time. I just knew that I could read, and I was reading these big, thick books. But Flowers in the Attic, for me, I think it continues to, astound me every time I kind of go back to read it. And it's like those first 5 books in that specific series I tend to go back to over and over again, because it just takes me back.
Next question. If you could jump out of a plane strapped to one author, who would that author be and why? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would need to be someone funny. Someone that's going to calm me down and entertain me, make me laugh. Probably not scare me, I would imagine. So, not a horror thriller writer.
Okay, it's no Stephen King.
No Stephen King. Plus, I don't think he'd be a good strapped-in partner. I'm going to go with Sarah Vowell.
Okay.
I love Sarah Vowell. I love her humor. I love her angelic voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that she would she'd make me feel good. She would make me laugh. I'd get to hear her voice all the way down and make me calm. Yeah, Sarah Vowell.
We also go to bed with her voice.
Every night.
Every night. Okay. All right. You and a book are going on a first date. What do you look for? What am I looking for? I'm looking for something that I've never read before. A story that kind of draws me in. An author who kind of paints a world for me that I've never been to. That's kind of like the thing that keeps me interested. Things that maybe I've never read before. Environments that I've never read about before.
All right. Next up. Let's see. Next question. What advice would you give to someone who is in a reading slump? That is, oh my God, that has happened so many times. And I have struggled so hard to get out of reading slumps because, I feel like I have them once every 3 or 4 months.
Seems to affect a lot of people.
Yeah.
Actually.
My go-to always in a reading slump is like if I'm not liking a book, I have to really rationalize in my brain that it's okay to put it down. Mm-hmm. I have been conditioned my whole life that like you power through, you finish, you get into it, you get it done with it. But as I've gotten older, I'm just like, okay, it's okay to put it down for a little bit. It's okay to set it down. It's okay to pick something that I know I'm going to get invested in because that is how, no matter what it is, no matter how, lowbrow, trashy it is, I pick it up and I know I'm going to get through it and I enjoy it and then I'm sparked again, which I think is probably the best advice, right?
Yeah, I just toss it aside, never go back to it, or I make him read it and then.
Well, that's the thing that I always struggle with is like, I will toss them, but I always want to come back to them to see if it was just my mood at the time, it was just how I felt, and if I feel it again, then I know it's probably not just my mood or my attitude. So that will happen frequently. You will see that frequently. So TBR could be thrown out completely, and we'll pick something else because I'm not feeling it. So yeah, I'm a very mood inspired reader. So yeah. All right, next up.
What was your wedding like?
Tell me about it. I wasn't there.
It was very small. It's actually the day before Christmas Eve. We had our family and a few friends there, and it was just a very beautiful, intimate ceremony. And I think what I appreciated the most was that Craig and I took a little bit of time before all of the shenanigans kind of happened, because you kind of tend to lose track of each other throughout the evening or after it's over, because you're kind of talking to relatives, you're saying thank you, you're opening up gifts, and we just kind of wanted to connect before all of that craziness happened beforehand. So I think we kind of snuck off into a restroom and just kind of took a breath before this all happened. But I think that was a very special day, and I like that it's closer to Christmas so that we can actually remember the date.
Yes, there's no forgetting it at that point. That week is insane for us. So, because my birthday is 5 days before? No, 4 days before our wedding. So we have a lot going on that week.
So birthday, anniversary, Christmas Eve, Christmas,
New Year's,
all of it.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's all there. Can I remind you of my favorite part? After the ceremony was done, everybody had left. We went to a local restaurant downtown and had Mexican food and margaritas with our best friends, and that's what I remember the most.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot because of those margaritas, but
it was great. It was a great day.
Yeah, so, it was really good.
There we go.
Big mitts.
Big mitts. Should have played baseball. What is my least favorite book genre and why? Look at your husband. He's still judging you. I can safely tell you what my least favorite book genre is.
Okay.
And that is historical fiction. I love historical nonfiction. I love reading about history. I don't love the fictionalized accounts of that kind of stuff. I think part of me is like, I would rather know what actually happened as opposed to what somebody thinks happened or what, I don't know. It's my least favorite genre and tends to be one that I find the most boring. So,
what makes our channel special? As opposed to getting one specific point of view on a book, you're going to be getting two opinions maybe about the same book or the same genre of book. Though we do like a lot of the same books, I'm going to say that's probably about 65% of the time, but the rest of the time is what I'm interested in. The books that we don't necessarily like, or the books that we kind of share with one another that we don't necessarily want to read, or we just want to like push aside and say, no, thank you. So I think that's what's going to make this channel special, because you're going to be getting two varied opinions.
Yeah. Okay. If you could have a cocktail with one of your favorite authors, who would they be? That's a great question as well.
It's 3 authors.
Oh. With 3 of your favorite authors, who would it be? I would have dinner with R.L. Stine. Okay. David Sedaris.
Okay.
And I'm going to go backwards and say Sarah Vowell again. I think it would be both funny, challenging, snarky, and potentially I could ask R.L. Stine all the questions I've had since I was a child.
Who do you think would talk the most?
Sarah Vowell, probably. No, wait. I changed my mind. David Sedaris.
Okay. All right. So who would you share a meal with?
Of those 3 or anyone else?
Of those 3.
Probably David Sedaris.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions. I would also say, if it could be David and Amy Sedaris together, that would be great. Because they're both authors, technically. So I would love to have dinner with both of them together. Yeah.
What is a book that surprised you? I think Kristen Hanna was one that I just took forever for me to kind of crack open one of those books. And then I read The Four Winds recently, and I was completely enamored with it. It is historical fiction, so he's not going to like it. But
he did tell me as soon as he finished that I needed to read it. And I said, what is it about? And he's like, it's historical fiction. And I was like, eh.
But I'm telling, like, that journey that it took me on, and that's what I mean, that's the kind of thing that I like. So I embraced it, and then I immediately bought 3 more of her books, as I tend to do when I find an author that I am obsessed with. There's a few like that I am obsessed with, and I'll just buy everything that they've ever written. So that's it.
The other thing that bothers me about that, too, and that's something that I think that's going to be important here specifically, is that it's okay to like what you like, and it's okay to not like what you don't like. I think that we live in a society and in a culture where we're sometimes made to feel bad for the things that we actually like, and especially as I've gotten older, I don't want to feel bad about the things that I like, and he does a really nice job of not making me feel bad about the stuff that I like to read, and I try not to do the same thing for him, and I want this channel to also be a place where we don't feel bad about the things that we like. We celebrate the things that we like. We investigate the things that we don't like, and we understand why, and then we move forward. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that at all, by any means.
No.
Yeah, so that's who we are.
That's it.
That's Shelf Possessed. That's David and Craig. And we're so glad that you're here. We're so glad that you're joining us and watching, and we hope that you will engage with us in the comments. We'll be watching those. We hope that you'll like the video. We hope that you'll subscribe and kind of come along on this journey with us. We've got TBR videos. We've got movie reviews. We've got book reviews. We've got wrap-ups. We've got trends that we're going to unpack.
We have mystery books.
We do have mystery books. You'll have to come back for our TBR to kind of see our little mystery surprise that we're going to do. We hope that you'll join us. We hope that you'll join the community. We're excited to see you and talk to you and engage with you. So follow us on Instagram.
You can follow us on Instagram at @shelf_possessed.
We'll be taking photos of our TBRs, the books we're reading. DMs are open. reach out to us, talk to us. You know, we're excited to see you. We're excited to talk to you. So we hope you'll come along for the rest of the journey. I'm Craig.
And I'm David.
And we are Shelf Possessed. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.